Thank you for waking up with me this morning. We will move and get the body flowing so that you can feel good and start your day well. Take your fingertips, stretch your arms out, and place the fingertips on the side, sitting up nice and tall. Starting to take nice, full, big, deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Reach the right arm up and over, stretch it out to the side. Lift back to center, switch the left arm over, stretch. Keep both your sit bones down as you stretch side to side. Come back to center. First side, stretch it over. Lift up and over, switch. Left arm comes over to stretch it out. Back to center. One more time. Reach over with the right arm, stretching to the side. Back to center, and then over with the left arm. And stretch back up. Find center. Inhale, look up, lift your chin to the ceiling, and then come back to a neutral position. Inhale, send the chest up, look to the ceiling. Exhale, back to neutral. Inhale, lift the sternum, look up. And exhale, back to neutral. This time, inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, touch the palms, come down through prayer. Again, same thing. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to center. One more. Inhale, reach up, stretch nice and tall. Exhale, drop the hands to heart. This time, we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands sweep behind, interlace your fingers, lift your chest up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You can place the head on the floor, reach your arms over your head as much as you can, stretching your shoulders. Filling your lungs and emptying your lungs as you breathe in and out. Lift back up. Release your hands. Sweep the arms around and back in big circles. Keeping the arms as straight as you can, waking up through the shoulders. Switch direction, go back to front now. One more time, back and around. Now just do one arm, and the left arm sweeps around and back. You can add a little twist with the upper body. And reach it around and back. Switch sides, come front to back with the right arm. Sweeping it around, twisting to look back towards it as you go behind your body. Sweeping it back and around. Come back to center. Inhale, look up. And then come to neutral, reach forward and find your tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees. Lean forward over your wrists, pull your belly button in and do half circles from one side over to the other side on the front of the body. Just shifting right and around and left and around. Round and around. Waking up through your wrists. Warming them up. Come back to center, cat and cow. Inhale, press to cat. Exhale, lift to cow. Inhale, round and tuck, cat. Drop the belly. Exhale, lift head and tail up, cow. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. Back to center, tuck your toes, press your weight up and back to find down dog. And since it is the first down dog of the day, walk it out, waking up your legs and your lower body. Stretching one leg and then the other leg. Nice and easy here. Drop both the heels, try to lengthen the legs, press the chest open, and then release the shoulders. Press into the hands, push the chest open, and release. Press back, release, push the shoulders open. Then look forward, lift to your toes, and tiptoe yourself up to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Bend the knees, fold your head to the knees, and then just shift your weight side to side. So your upper body is hanging over your lower body, your knees are bent, and you're shifting side to side. Come to center, try to straighten the legs, and then bend the legs. Keep trying to fold the upper body over the lower body. Bend and stretch it out. Straight legs. Bend your legs, drop your tailbone down, send your tailbone to the ceiling as you straighten the back of your legs. Bend and stretch. Inhale, lift your head, look up. You can move up to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Exhale, bend the knees, make a ball with your body, and roll yourself up, starting at the tailbone and rolling all the way up to the top of the head. Open the shoulders and roll them around to the back. Rolling the shoulders up, back and around. Roll the shoulders. Roll the shoulders around and back. Switch directions, start going back and then rolling the shoulders to the front. Back and around. Back and around. Roll them out. Waking everything up. Come to center. Step your right foot behind you. Rotate your hips to the front. Left foot stays facing the side. Your right foot will turn forward, arms to the T. Inhale, reach over your left leg. Take your hand to the shin and your right arm up to the ceiling, triangle. Reach the right arm over your head and then back, stack the shoulders to the ceiling. Reach overhead and stack the shoulders. Overhead. Lift the arm back up to the ceiling. Hold it there. Triangle pose. But just the hand on the shin since it's so early. We'll let the body continue to stretch and wake up. Lift back up to your T. Switch feet. Rotate the left foot in. Turn your right foot out. Inhale, reach over your right leg. Take your hand to your shin, your left arm to the ceiling, then stretch it overhead. Lift it back to the ceiling. Reach, stretch overhead, back to the ceiling. Reach and stretch. Lift it back up. Hold there. Really trying to square the shoulders off in front of you. Lift back to the T. Rotate feet again. Right foot turns in. Left foot turns out. Widen your stance a little bit and then bend into the left leg, finding warrior two. Straighten the leg. Bend and stretch. The knee should be tracking over the pinky toe side of you. Stay down, warrior two, really pressing through your shoulder blades, engaging the arms. Left elbow comes to left thigh, reach the right arm up and over, and then stretch back, warrior two. Elbow to thigh, stretch right arm over, warrior two. One more time. Reach and stretch, hold it there, elbow down, try to stack your shoulders on top of each other so your body is flat. And reach back, find your warrior two, straighten your left leg, turn your left foot in, your right foot out, bend down, warrior two on the opposite side, and stretch back up. Sink down, warrior two, stretch your leg, sink. Hold it there in your warrior two, opening the knee out to the pinky toe side of the foot, pressing through the arms. Right elbow to right thigh, reach the left arm up and over, and back warrior two. Your legs stay the same, just reaching the left arm over and back to warrior two. Elbow down, stretch over, hold it there. Trying to release the shoulder down and stretch that left arm overhead. Come back up, warrior two. Straighten your leg, turn your right foot in, left foot turns out, and sink back down to your warrior two. Elbow to thigh again, reach the right arm up and over, and now straighten the bottom leg, keeping your body folded over and bend. Stretch, so side stretch through the body as you bend and straighten the leg. Bend and stretch. Hold it there, nice big stretch. Try to really straighten those legs. Keep your body folded over to the side, bend back down, and then arms up and over, warrior two. Stretch your left leg, turn your left foot in, right foot turns out, sink down, warrior two. Elbow to thigh, left arm over, and straighten your leg, and bend back down. Stretch, and bend, and stretch. Hold it there. Really reach that arm, stretch the body out to the side, sink back down, and lift back up, warrior two. Stretch your right leg, turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out, sink down, warrior two again, pressing down with the arms. And then find triangle pose and bend back to warrior two. Stretch the leg, arm goes overhead, warrior or triangle, then warrior two. Stretch up, triangle, hold it there. Maybe sink down deeper this time in your triangle. You can hook your first two fingers around your big toe. Try to pull your body back over your leg and then lift back up, straight arms. Turn out, other side, sink down, warrior two to triangle pose. Bend to warrior two, straighten and lift your top arm, triangle. Bend, warrior two, lift it up, triangle, and then deepen the triangle as much as you can. Trying to shift your head over your legs, keep your arms on top of each other, and back up, warrior two. Stretch your right leg, turn your right foot in. Stay there with your toes both pointed forward. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your sternum up to the ceiling, inhale, and then send the arms away from your body, pulling the arms as far away as you can without folding over. Just staying tall. Release the arms, stretch them back out to the sides in a T, and bend your right leg to step forward facing the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms out and overhead, palms touch, and then drop it right down to the middle through prayer. Step the right leg back, find your high lunge, reaching down with your back leg and trying to sink and spread. Arms drop down and then lift overhead, straighten your front leg, and then sink back down to the high lunge. Straighten the front leg, stretch, sink it down. Really try to reach those arms up to the ceiling, stretch the leg, bend back down, arms out to a T, pulling the belly button in. Reach your right arm to the front of the room, your left arm to the back of the room, taking a twist. And then your left arm sweeps around, back up overhead, turn your shoulders forward. Release the hands to either side of your foot, straighten both legs, toes forward, reach to a flat back, holding in pyramid, stretching it out. Try to get your legs straight and your spine straight, pulling your belly towards your front thigh. Bend your front leg, step your back leg forward, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, and roll yourself up through your spine back to standing. Make sure those shoulders open out. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, drop them down to prayer. Step your left leg back, find the high lunge there, tucking the pelvis under, lifting the shoulders up. Arms drop down and around to reach overhead. Stretch your front leg, straighten, and then bend back down. Stretch, bend back down, high lunge. Stretch the front leg and bend back down, high lunge. Reach the arms out to a T. Drop the left arm down to reach to the back of the room. Right arm goes back, find a twist. Right arm sweeps down and overhead, turn your shoulders forward, arms reach up. Plant the hands to the front of the foot and then stretch the legs, reaching the spine forward, pyramid. Trying to straighten out the legs, pull the belly to the thigh, reach the head and tail away from each other to get that long stretched back. Bend your front leg, step your back leg forward, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, letting the head release. Bend your knees, roll up through your spine, open your shoulders, chin parallel to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms come together in prayer over the heart. You'll step your right foot back so that you can turn and face me so we're belly to belly. Then we'll bend over to the right leg and then stretch up and over to the left leg. Your body is forward like in a squat position. Your hips are back and you're shifting, bend to the right and bend over to the left. Opening up those inner thighs, working the hips. Hands just stay in prayer about chest level. Stand back up, turn your feet out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, straight down, squat down, opening the knees to the pinky toes. Inhale, stretch your legs, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, sink down, hands to prayer. One more of those. Inhale, reach yourself. Stretch. Exhale, sink down. Find your squat, hold it there. Keep opening the knees out, trying to get your tailbone underneath you and your shoulders stacked. Release your hands, press them into your knees. Twist your shoulder over to the right, taking a twist. Come back to center. Left twists, pushing the knee more open so you can turn out the hip. Find center, pressing open. Your body can come forward. Try to drop your tailbone down as you open up through your hips. Hands reach down to the floor, turn your feet forward, stretch your tailbone up to the ceiling, take hold of opposite elbows, and then just swing your body from one leg to the other leg. Really allowing the weight of your body to help stretch you forward. And you want your weight to be on your toes and not back on your heels. Just reaching right and left, come to center, reach the body down towards the floor, send the tailbone more up to the ceiling. Now release your elbows, take your hands flat on the floor. Reach your right arm over to your left leg, taking a twist, pulling your body towards that leg. And then your opposite arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling, taking a little twist, opening the chest. Twisting, twisting, twisting. Release, switch sides. Left arm reaches over to the right leg. Opposite arm goes up to the ceiling. Stretch it out. Twisting and really trying to pull your body to that leg. Release the hands, come back to the middle, and then staying with your hands on the floor, you're going to bend into one leg and up and over, bend into the other leg. Keep one leg straight and one leg bent as you shift side to side. Hands just stay on the floor. Come to center, tailbone goes up. Inhale, reach your head, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Elbows pull together and your hands slide between your legs as much as possible, trying to pull your body through your legs. Weight really has to shift forward to the balls of the feet and the tailbone reaches up to the ceiling. Big wide leg stretch here. Inhale, lift your head back up, stretch your spine, hands to your waist, and stand all the way back up. Bend your right leg and step forward, facing the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands down to your heart in prayer. Take a breath. Step your right foot back, find the high lunge again, really reaching through your back leg, tucking your pelvis, stacking your shoulders. Reach your hands down to the floor, sink down to your low lunge. Drop your right knee down, untuck your back toes, and you're going to sink down to stretch. Back leg sinks, lift the chest, and then push back to a hamstring stretch, flexing your left foot. Sink down. Push the hips back, straighten the front leg, and fold. Sink down. And push back, flex your left leg. And sink down one more time. Hold it there. Sweep the arms up. Keep tucking the hips under. And then reach the hands down to the floor. Forward and up, stretching back. And then release fingers to the floor. Reach forward, stretch it up, arch it back. And then sweep the hands down and around to plant them on the mat. Tuck your back toes, push up and back, down dog. Opening the chest, closing the rib cage, sending the tailbone to the ceiling. Tucking the chin into your chest. Big breath. Look forward. Step your right leg between your hands, your left leg between your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive, flat back up, arms reach overhead, and then touch the palms, drop them down to prayer. Find your engagement of your belly, step the left foot back, find that high lunge. Hands down to either side of your front foot, low lunge. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes, and then press back, find the hamstring stretch, and then sink down to the hip flexor stretch. Press back, flex your front toes, fold your body, and then reach forward, lift your body up, and stretch back, hamstring stretch. Sink it down, then sweep the arms out and up, arch it back, and release the hands down, making a kind of big stretch, rainbowing forward and up, and then reversing to come down. Stretch forward and up, reach the sternum to the ceiling, and hands back down. Plant the hands, lift the chest, tuck the back toes, and then press yourself back into a down dog. Trying to lengthen the heels to the floor and stretch through the back of the knees, pulling the rib cage closed and tucking your chin into your chest. Really pressing into your knuckles so that you can open your shoulders. Look forward. Step your right foot between your hands, your left foot between your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to stand. Keep sweeping the arms overhead. Palms touch and drop the hands through the center to prayer. Take a breath. Open your feet out to the edges of your mat and turn your toes out so you're opening through your hips. We'll squat down, sinking the hips towards the floor. You can wiggle in this squat to try to open up the hips, shift side to side, lifting one heel, and then find center. Press the elbows into the knees, hands to prayer, press and release. Push the elbows to open the knees and release. Try to keep your spine nice and long. And press them open, hold it there, lifting the chest up, dropping the tailbone towards the floor. Both feet should be flat, and you should not be rolling to the inside or the outside edges of your feet. Opening up through the squat. Almost done. Reach your tailbone to the floor, curl your back, and sit down, crossing your legs underneath you. Take a big circle, reaching to the front of the room, head goes down, and then to the back of the room, and up and over again. Reach to the front, let your head round as you come forward, and then to the back, and back up through center. Again, sweep the head around all the way into a full circle. And then reverse. Start at the back of the room, and then reach around, roll your head around to the front. Over to the back, to the front, and up and over. And one more. Back, forward, front, and stack it up. Find center. Inhale, reach up, look forward, and then fold down, roll up through your spine, stacking it up again. Inhale, reach the chest, look up, and then keep reaching forward to fold over your legs and round yourself up through your spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward, roll yourself all the way back up. In, find center, chin parallel to the floor. Take your right leg, cross it over your left, pull your leg into your chest, sit up nice and tall, and then rotate to look towards the back, and even looking over your right shoulder for an extra twist. Nice deep breaths. Make sure your spine is nice and long. We want to twist with a straight spine to help protect all the vertebrae. Release your arm, reach that left arm up and over, and then hook it to the outside of the knee. Push the elbow into the knee, tense your opposite fingertips behind you, and deepen the twist. Finding that nice rotation through the body. Release, uncross your leg. Reach the right leg forward. The left leg will slide up into the top of the thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up, stretching. Keep the spine long as you reach forward over your front leg. And then stretch the arms more forward to lift back up. Fold at the hips. Keep reaching the arms forward. Keep reaching even more to lift it back up. And stretch forward. Reach over your leg. Flex your foot. Flex your foot, and if you can, take your left hand and grab your right wrist and pull your body forward. If not, just keep reaching as far forward as you can, holding that stretch. Trying not to round the spine, but really lengthen it forward. Look up and release your leg. Roll all the way up. Take your feet into a butterfly, soles together. Inhale, lift your sternum and your head, look up. Exhale, curl and round. Cat and cow in the butterfly. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, curl, tuck the pelvis, tuck your chin. Inhale, reach, stretch up. Exhale, curl it out. And back to center. Switch sides, take your left foot over your right foot, hug the knee in towards your body, sit up nice and tall. Sit bones are both down on the floor. You can deepen the stretch by looking back over your front shoulder. Finding more twists, but again, work to keep the spine really tall and long. Release your right arm, reach it up to the ceiling, and then hook the elbow to the outside of your front leg. Your left fingers come down and you twist to look back behind you, deepening that twist and that rotation of your spine. Nice big breaths here. Release it out. Stretch the left leg forward. The right foot comes into the inner thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Stretch forward, reaching over your leg. And then stretch even more to come back up. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch. And fold down. Hold there. If you can, your right hand will grab around your left wrist. Flex your foot and pull your body to your leg. Or you can keep just reaching and stretching with a long spine, even if you can't grab. Big full breaths. Always try to deepen the stretch on your exhale. Release, roll yourself up. Butterfly once again, opening the hips. Sitting up nice and tall. And then with that long spine, try to keep reaching forward, sending the chest open, open, open. So you're flat back, open the shoulders out. It's a little hard, especially if you have kind of tight hips or a tight upper body. It's hard to get those shoulders open. They might round a little, but keep working to open those shoulders out, folding more forward. And then lift back up. Hands behind the knees to help turn them back up. Plant the feet on the floor. Roll down through your spine nice and slow. Hold it there when your lower back is on the mat, but your shoulders are still lifted, using the core a little bit. And then release all the way down. Release the hands to the mat. Walk your feet up close to your glutes. Plant them down. Take one breath there. And we'll go into an easy bridge, pushing the hips up to the ceiling. Your hands underneath your body, interlace your fingers, press your arms to the floor, and drive your hips up more to the ceiling. Chin comes to chest, and then use your heels to try to press your chest towards your chin more, pushing up through the hips, holding it there, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Release your hands, take them out underneath your body, and then roll yourself down till you're flat on the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, open the hip, pull your feet up towards your body. Your right hand will go in between your legs, wrap around your knee, and then the left hand to the outside, and you'll pull your knees into your chest into a figure 4 stretch. The more you can pull the legs into the body, the more opening you'll get. If you're feeling some tightness on your right knee, flex your right foot to help stabilize that knee joint so there's no twisting happening in it. Release the feet, place them back down, switch sides. Left ankle crosses over right knee, open your hip out. Pull the legs up to the chest and then grab around the knee and pull it in. This is one of my favorite stretches to do for my rotators. And it's really good to do in the morning too, just to start to open up and to start to feel like you can move without a lot of pain and tightness in the hips. So it releases a lot of that tension out. And then release. Plant both feet down on the floor. Just relax for a moment. You'll hook your right leg around your left thigh. If you can double wrap and hook your toes under your shin, do that. If not, just do the single wrap on the top, arms out to a T. Drop your knees over to the front of the room, and then turn your head to look over your back shoulder. So you have this twist from the knees up through the spine and to the opposite shoulder on the diagonal. I love to do twists to help release out my lower back. I like to do them before bed and when I wake up in the morning because they really help to feel like I'm getting the blood flowing through my spine and stretching out any tightness or tension that might have happened because I slept weird or just had a rough day, whatever it was. Lift the knees back to the ceiling, uncross the legs. We'll do the other side. Take your left leg, cross it over the right, all the way up at the thighs, and then if you can, hook your toes around your shin. If not, just do the single wrap. Drop your knees to the back of the room, twisting, and then look over your front shoulder. And you're trying to get your shoulder down onto the mat. It may or may not get down as long as you're working to get the shoulder down and the knees down on the opposite side. That's what we're going for. So we're getting as deep of twist as we possibly can. Just nice, slow, big, deep breaths here to help release into the stretch. Lift your knees back to the ceiling. Uncross. Plant your feet and just take a breath. Pull both your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, and give yourself a big hug. Open the knees, turning the hips out, letting the knees fall towards the armpits. Turned out position, but still hugging those knees into the chest. Find happy baby. You can take a hold of your calves, your ankles, or the outsides of your feet. Open your hips, drop your knees down towards the floor, and just hold in your happy baby. And this is a great one to do for your lower back as well as for your hips. You can play with straightening one leg and then the other, bending one leg and straightening one leg at a time. You can just stay in happy baby if that feels better for you too. But see if you can stretch maybe both legs out and then bend both legs in. Let go of your feet or whatever you're holding. Pull your knees back into your chest. Close your legs together. Give yourself a hug. Drop the feet down to the mat. Take your feet out as wide as the mat and then knock your knees together. So you're working now on inward rotation of your hips. Your knees will be falling towards each other. They may or may not touch. That's okay. Practice your nice big belly breathing here. Breathing into your belly, letting your hands lift onto your belly and rise and then fall down as you exhale. Inhale, you'll expand. Exhale, you'll contract. Really relaxing everything, body and mind here. Turn your knees back to the ceiling. Walk the feet back to parallel. Again, just take an easy breath and drop your knees to the front of the room. Roll onto your side. Come up to a seated position, crossing your legs comfortably underneath you. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, drop the hands down to the heart in prayer. Just seal your practice by repeating, may these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. And bow yourself forward and enjoy the rest of your day. I hope this class helped you to wake up and to get the blood flowing and your body moving and feeling good. I will see you next time.